Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And we're always glad to have those people who can come down and tell us a little bit about what's happening for us here in the state and what they're doing for us. We welcome back to the program Representative Garret Graves. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you. Great to be back.
We appreciate that. I know it's one of those things we know you love coming down here, and we're always glad to see you. So thanks for what you're doing. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that a lot of people are still dealing with, and that is hurricane recovery.
Yeah. Well, look, first, we finished up in Washington on Friday. It's great to be back among normal people again. So good to be here. But look, on Friday, we actually voted and passed the bill out that I think is going to be signed into law that will provide an additional $841 million for Hurricane Ida victims. Wow. So this isn't for governments. This is directly for the people that have been impacted. And this is on top of about $1.3 billion we secured last year. Right. And there's actually some additional money that the state can apply for where it may even go up above what would be now about $2.1 billion. So good news there. Right. And excited that finally has come in to help replenish the coffers. But look, the most important thing that we can be doing is continuing to build hurricane protection, continuing to restore the coast and address pump station issues and other things because we have got to make sure that this community, when a hurricane comes, that it's not everybody evacuating and losing everything, but this place is protectable. We can make the appropriate investments and make this a safe place to live.
Well, you were also part of being able to get some of those funds nationally to support Morganza-to-the-Gulf and all of those. So we appreciate that. Yeah. And listen, we've been fighting for that for a really long time. We've been using, our parish monies. We've been using multiple parishes, state money. But you have fought the fight to get us those national dollars as well. And so that's just one of those things that people need to realize. Y'all have been fighting for that.
Now, it's amazing. And I mean, you look at the federal government, you get so frustrated. You know that this project started, Morganza project started in 1992. And about 2 years ago, we finally were able to, and be clear, I hadn't been there since 92, but when we came in, we started working on this, and we were able about 2 years ago to secure the first federal construction funds on this project, and since then have pulled together about $424 million to complement all of the funds that the local community and the states put together on this project. And so really awesome to see that finally starting to move in the right direction.
Yeah, it's just really nice to be able to know. And you talk about feeling comfortable and confident for the next storm, because we know there's going to be a next storm, but just being able to be better prepared for that. And I love the fact that we're looking for extra monies, that additional money that's going to get us to that $2.1 billion or so to help with those people that still need the help. Because as you travel around, I know that you're kind of seeing a lot of that help that's still needed, right?
Oh, it's incredible. And look, you go down to southern areas of Terrebonne Parish. I was down there a few weeks ago, and I mean, some of the areas, quite frankly, some of the homes, it looks like you're 2 weeks after a hurricane. And as you know, we're more than a year later. But the conditions that people are living in some cases are, they're inappropriate. It's not okay to have people living in those conditions. And to know that there's money in the bank and there are people with needs, we have got to connect those dots and get the people the resources they need. But that's why it's so exciting that we're finally able to come back in and get those additional funds to where now we're going to have the resources available to help people.